The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young. We are flying through July like a cheese knife through cheese, I guess. We are finishing up the month. This is actually, after today, I only have one more July show left. And then in 2 weeks from that, I got my 14th anniversary of my first show of Topic Time. But today we're going to Lafayette, Indiana, I believe. We have a musician, Mike Sparger, and his lovely wife are going to talk to me. And we're going to hear a couple of his songs about halfway through the show. But of course, before we get to him, I've got to read these incredible underwriters, and then we will commence per usual. So we have A1 Auto Unlimited in Wareham, A1 for all your auto needs, plowing, towing, and more. We have Brookville House of Pizza in Holbrook. Great to have them back. We have Diesel Plus Unlimited in Whitman. We have Boombox in Middleborough. We have Riverside Cafe in Wareham. We have One Good Credit in Brockton. We have the Sweet Brazil Market and Grill in Weymouth. We have Santoro's Pizza and Subs in East Wareham. We have European Auto Sales in Whitman. We have Lynch's Towing Auto Cycle and Truck Center in Brockton. One number for towing, one number for projects. My pal Lynchy there is always looking for new scrap metal, wheels, anything to do with transportation. He handles it all. We have the Omar Barber Shop in Brockton. We have the Hanover House of Pizza in Hanover. They make great Sicilian pizza, Greek salads, have awesome people working there, and they deliver. We have Tom Auto in Middleborough. We have the Gun Runner LLC, the Second Amendment Freedom Store in Middleborough, specializing in customer service, pricing, and selection. We have Grant's Rental in Bridgewater. We have Doggy Boutique, all breed professional grooming for dogs and cats, run by my great next door neighbor, Debbie Siddell in Brockton. We have RW Carpet and Flooring in Norton, covering floors for 50 years. We have Haven Psychiatric Services right here in the building in Northeastern. We have Elevate Hair and Shave. It's more than a haircut, a new shop in Holbrook. And we have Joe's Diner in Taunton. And I want to thank you guys very much. And now Mike Sparger and his wife, lovely wife, Tia. How you guys doing today?
Good, sir. How are you doing?
Doing good.
That's great. Okay. So I understand that, that Tia sets up all your stuff and it makes it easier. Obviously, Caden got the show going and I got us, hooked us up, and that's incredible. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to profile both of you. And then, like I said, in your music careers, are you both musicians or just you, Mike?
Just me. We're actually starting to write music together. We started a song last night that it's a good one. It's going to be great.
That's awesome. So, okay. I like to hear that. I like to see that you're a couple in transition, as it should be, because now I always say everything happens for a reason, and now you're on my show as the camaraderie is really flourishing, and that's what we want. That's amazing. Okay. All right. Well, ordinarily I'd say ladies first, and we'll get to Tia. But Mike, I want you to tell me about what you were like growing up. How did you get into music? And we'll take it from there. And then if she wants to interject something, feel free. So we'll start with that, and we'll go about how you got to meet each other and everything. But start with you, Mike. So let's go, please.
I grew up in a musical family.
Okay. Where, in Indianapolis?
No, sir. Here in Lafayette, Indiana.
Well, that's Indianapolis. Oh, wait, you know something? Indiana and Indianapolis are not the same state. My bad. Okay.
It's the same state. Indianapolis is our capital.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, okay. It is the same state. All right. Okay.
Yeah,
I corrected a mistake I didn't even make. Well, that's okay. That's why we're human here. All right. Okay. So you grew up in Indianapolis, born and raised then, right?
Lafayette, Indiana.
Right,
yeah, we were born.
All right, I'm sorry, Indiana. I keep forgetting. Indianapolis is a city in Indiana, but it's not the whole state. That's what I did. That's what I messed up. Okay, got it. Okay, I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
We're probably, I would say, 45 minutes north of Indianapolis.
Oh, okay, that's where you guys are now. Is that where you? Now, what town did you grow up in?
I grew up in Lafayette.
Oh, you did grow up in Lafayette, but you're not there now. Where are you now? Aren't you in Lafayette tonight?
Yeah, we're here in Lafayette, Indiana, from
You're in
our home.
Lafayette tonight. Okay, so Lafayette is your hometown. All right. So when did you
Yep.
start playing music? How old were you?
Oh, I was probably 6 or 7 years old when I first picked up my guitar and learned a few chords.
Okay, because you said you were in a musical family. So who was
Mhm.
musical in your family? Your parents?
My mother's side, my grandpa was a really good songwriter. All his kids played music, and they'd all get together and sit out in the yard on the weekends and basically have a big jam session.
Sweet. And about how many people did this involve? This involve?
Usually at least 8 or 9 people.
Wow. And then if the neighbors didn't complain, it sounds like you had it made out there.
My granddad, he built all the houses down that road, and
He knew
Oh,
everybody.
wow.
he knew everybody, and everybody down that road was either family or friend.
Okay,
So
so it sounds like a very congenial neighborhood. All right, Tia, tell me about yourself. Where did you grow up, and how did you? And I want to keep it even here. So you tell me and tell me how you guys met and all that stuff. Let's go with that.
Okay, well, I am Tia. I
Yep.
grew up in Frankfort, Indiana, so
Okay.
it's about 25 minutes from Lafayette.
Okay.
Met this guy here in 2012.
Okay.
I was actually bartending, and he came in,
Oh,
so I
wow.
got lucky.
And yeah, I know you cut him off, right? Because you had too many. I'm just kidding.
Probably did.
Yeah. Right. Okay, that's awesome. So you were now. I have to ask. Were you performing music at that bar, Mike?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Of course, and of course, I was attracted to that completely.
Yeah, I
I
get
was
it. Of course.
I was a little bit wilder back then. I
Well, not
played in a
anymore. Now you're spoken for, obviously.
yeah.
Okay.
Back then I played that club. It was kind of a rough little club, and I was in a band back then. We played all kinds of different music.
Okay. Well, I mean, like country and western, but rock and roll, heavy metal too, as
I
well.
played everything. Southern. I play a lot of southern rock and a lot of outlaw country.
As I
So
look at you now, images of Lynyrd Skynyrd are forming in my brain. You look a little like one of those
Love that.
guys. Isn't
well,
that
that's
something?
cool.
He
Thank you.
does.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate
that's
that.
a compliment.
Oh, of course it is. Listen, I'm a big Lynyrd Skynyrd fan since you. I don't even know how old. I don't know how old you guys are, but I remember them in the '70s when I was still in high school.
I was born in 78, so
Well, I
Oh,
graduated in '77, so there you go.
there you
yeah,
go.
And I would have thought
that's
you
when
were. I
music
would have
was
thought you were
good.
both much younger than that.
Oh, well,
No,
I
but I
like you
appreciate
even
it.
more now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
Do
you.
you have children?
We
Mhm.
do. We have a son. He's 10. His name
Okay.
is Owen.
So if he's 10, he was born in 2014, a couple of years after you met. Wow, that's great. You didn't waste any time. That's wonderful. Okay.
No, we
No.
didn't.
Is he musical? Is he musically inclined as well?
Yeah,
Yes. He can really sing.
he's got an amazing voice, and Tia does as well.
Yeah.
But they've got a little bit of stage fright and shy
Oh,
that we're working on.
well, tell you
But
what, if you want, after not today, but at some point, if he wants to do my show and maybe perform something, that's certainly a possibility. That might help work him out of that. But that's up to you guys.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm trying to get both of them out of that shell because um, people are just people. We all love music,
Of course.
and that's always been an outlet for me.
Yep.
And you just got to have it in your heart. You don't have to be the greatest. You're always going to meet somebody that's better.
Yeah,
Or
that's right. It's not a competition. It's a celebration.
no, yeah,
Yes, it
exactly.
is. That's
But
great.
my love for music, I love all kinds of different music, and I'm not scared anymore to go out there and perform, and I'm comfortable with people, I would say.
Well, it helps that you had so many in your family that were up for it too. In the middle, in the warm summer evenings, it sounds like you were out on your porches and doing this stuff back when you were
Yes.
Yeah.
kids. Oh,
hmm
okay. So,
Yeah.
what do you now? You just said a few minutes ago that you're writing a song together. Is this the first one you ever wrote together that you're working on now?
Yes.
Yeah, it just clicked. I was sitting here last night playing playing a
riff.
little tune, a little riff on my guitar. I play every day.
Yep.
And Tia's like, "Wow, what is that?" And I said, "Ah, just something I'm messing around with." And she grabs a piece of paper. She knows me. She grabbed a piece of paper and went to the table, and she said, "What are you thinking?" And I started writing a song. Well, I didn't get the music down properly. I kept cutting it off and couldn't really figure out what I was trying to do. And she said, "How about this?" And then she starts adding her own little touch and singing it, and it just clicked.
Sweet.
So
Okay. Yeah, she sounds
yeah,
like
this
she sounds like she has a beautiful voice.
It's so exciting. I love it.
it is.
Okay.
It's going to be a good one.
So tell me about, all right, so where are you currently now? I assume you still, Mike, you perform regularly in the area that you live in, right? You go out and hit the clubs and maybe, are you maybe get on the radio or get on TV out there, or how's that going? What are you doing now along those lines?
I perform every weekend. If I don't perform every weekend, then there's usually a problem.
Yeah.
Or I got canceled.
He's booked every weekend. Yeah.
Not to toot my own horn, because that's hard to do.
No, go ahead, toot your own horn. That's why we're here.
No, I know it's hard to do, and I'm lucky that I have her too that keeps calling these places, and
I'm booking you. Okay, shit, there you go.
So it's hard to do.
It is. It's hard to do. But yeah, I play a lot of benefits here too for soldiers and kids, the needy.
Okay.
And my dad and I, her and I have a little 10-year-old boy, so she's usually home with Owen.
Okay.
And me and Dad run around playing music all weekend, me and my father.
Okay, so your father's still, so you guys, well, okay, now when you talk about, where are your venues usually, like, restaurants, bars, or anything? I mean, what about like in performing venues too, like theaters and things like that?
No, I haven't really. I'm fairly new at this. I came back, 2 years ago, and it's really taken off for me.
He kind of took a little break.
When we had our son.
Oh, yeah, right, of course.
Back into it, and it's just now, with the help of Caden, it's just now really starting to take off.
But I really haven't wet my whistle with any of the bigger venues, and I'd love to, but I play breweries and stuff around Lafayette, Indianapolis area.
Okay.
Lebanon, Logan Sport, but I would love to do that. I would love to travel and do some of that stuff.
Well, when your son's a little older, you probably will. I mean, there's certainly plenty of time for that.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll be a traveling trio. That'll be awesome. As it should be. Have you guys ever done either of you ever done anything else in entertainment? Have you ever done any acting? You ever done any modeling? You ever done any drawing, painting, writing, aside from songwriting?
I used to write.
Okay.
It's been a long time since I've done it. I used to kind of dabble a little in poetry.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, of course, that helps with your music too.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. She's very musical.
I am. I'm not the best singer or the strongest singer, but I can sing harmony with him, and we do well together.
Okay. All right. Well, guess what? We're about halfway through the show, and now we're going to hear a couple of Mike's songs, and we'll be right back to talk about them. So stay tuned and listen and enjoy them, and we'll be back and continue the interview.
I need a place out in the country with corn on both sides, where I can't see my neighbors for 100 miles. The city life I'm living, it ain't no good for me. I wanna break free, Lord, I wanna break free. A more simple way of life, now that sounds good to me. A place out in the middle of nowhere, where these city lights can't blind me. I wanna break free, Lord, I wanna break free. I'd rather drive this old pickup truck than a Mercedes any day. Listen to Haggard and Waylon and this new shit they're playing today. You can say what you want to, you can keep your city ways. The country stay. I need a place out in the country. Step off my front porch and take a leak. You can keep your city people and all your damn freaks. Go ahead and ride and shoot each other, but don't point that thing at me. 'Cause us country boys got a lot of toys that we'd love for you to see. We'll set you free. Lord, we'll set you free. I'd rather drive this old pickup truck than a Mercedes any day. Listen to Haggard and Waylon in this new shit we're playing today. You can say what you want to, you can keep your city ways. The country is what I'll stay. What I'll stay. Well, what I'll stay. There ain't many around here like you and me left, just trying to make a living while they tax us to death. I guess that's the price you get for being free. Look around, friend, ain't looking good for you and me. I will stand for the flag, I will kneel for the cross, I will salute the one that we lost, until I take my last ride. I'll fight for what I believe is right. Sure don't look the same. I can't help but think, what a damn shame. I wonder what my grandpa would say. He was there pounding that beach on D-Day. Now we'll stand for the flag, I will kneel for the cross, and I will salute the ones that we lost, until I take my last ride. I'll fight for what I believe is right. This is the home of the brave and the land of the free. Now we'll stand for the flag, I will kneel for the cross, I will salute the ones that we lost, until I take my last ride. I'll fight for
Oh, Mike, that was great. What did we just listen to?
Which one did they?
That's a
Which-
we just watched. We just listened to the songs. Remember, I said how we are gonna. So tell me what we just listened to. What were the
Right.
songs?
Country is
What'd
what
you-
I'll
what'd you
stay
send me?
and what I believe is right.
I wasn't even sure what they sent you, sir, to be honest with you.
Oh, you
Um,
want? Oh, okay. What-
Country is what I stay is a song that I wrote about living in the city and how it's become overpopulated, and I want a simpler way of life. I'd like to be out in the middle of the country somewhere where I can't see my neighbors.
Okay.
I think that's what we all want,
You say where you can see them or can't see them?
Can't.
where you can't see them for
I
100
know.
miles.
I'm happy not seeing my neighbors too. Unfortunately, I live in a
Yep.
street where the neighbors don't talk to each other much, and they pretty much keep to themselves. But it's a very nice area, so I lucked out like
Yep.
that. Okay, I understand what you're saying. All right, so you basically, as in a lot of country and western songs, you're striving for something better in the lyrics, and that inspires people to listen. I totally get that. Do you guys have any? I mentioned Lynyrd Skynyrd a little while ago. Do either of you have any inspirations in music or people you emulate or want to? And if so, who are they?
Yeah, there are quite a few. I listen to everything.
Yeah, right. I know. Yep.
Waylon Jennings,
Yep.
Janet Cash,
Merle Haggard.
Merle Haggard, Roy
Right.
Orbison,
Mhm.
Elvis.
Yeah.
What do you? CCR.
He can do Tom Petty. He's just he's so knowledgeable when it comes to music and songs, and he does a lot of everything. But his core is really country and
And
kind of
outlaw
country,
Southern rock.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I understand that. That sounds like it. So how many venues would you say you've played at so far? I mean, just
Oh
you
boy.
ballpark it. It sounds like it's been quite a few, but I'm just trying to get an idea. So
Yes.
I
50
was
to 100.
anywhere, yeah, probably 75 to 100. I've
Yeah.
played almost. I don't turn down shows.
No.
Well, it sounds like if you played at that many, it sounds like you're in demand over there.
He is. He is.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. Huh.
It's taken some time, and I've put a lot of work into it lately.
Of course.
Yes.
Now,
And
do you do anything else during the week besides music, or and if you want to talk about it, that's fine. I am curious, but that's up to you.
yes, sir. Um, I landscape,
Okay.
and basically I've been a landscape contractor since I've been out of the military, and um, most of the time I was using the landscaping to pay for my music. Um, but lately the music has been doing a lot better.
Perfect. And I got an idea for you. Why don't you write a song about landscaping?
It'd be a lot of cuss words in it.
Well, that's okay. I mean, you could tone them down if you had to, but I like to. It sounds to me like a lot of people write from their own experience when it comes to music and literature too, and it sounds like that would be something that would behoove you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
His song "What I Believe Is Right" is really taken off too.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Caden sent that one over to you. What I
Okay.
Believe Is Right. It's my favorite on the album. It's the most patriotic, kick butt song that I've ever heard in my life. I
Mike,
love it.
What branch of the military were you in?
I was in the 101st Airborne Division at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, in
Okay.
Clarksville, Tennessee. I was in the Army.
Oh, he was in the Army. Okay. Did you
Mhm.
did you see action overseas, or did you just here in the U.S.?
No, sir. We were always prepared to go, and
Of course.
most of us that was there volunteered to go right after 9/11, and
Right.
not all of us got to go over there. And I'm very patriotic, and the guys that went over there, and very appreciative. I would have went myself. Not that I wished,
Of course.
seeked war or anything, but
It's what you trained for.
that's what I trained to do.
That's what you're trained to do, and you want to defend the country. That makes sense. It's a great
Yes.
country, and we want to keep it great, obviously.
Yes.
Right.
that
Have
makes
you
per-
heard the song "What I Believe Is Right"?
Well, what we do is we edit it. We're going to edit it in, and I will. Well, hear it when I edit it. That's how it works. I know it's a little off center, but if that's the song you sent, then that's the song we'll hear, and I'm sure it'll sound great. And I know that's exactly along the lines of what we're discussing.
Yeah, I will stand for the flag. I will kneel for the cross. It's phenomenal.
Okay, right. Okay, make sure we're on the same page about with Caden about that when we finish the show up.
Okay.
All right. So, have you ever done a music video, either of you guys, or if you've not, have you ever plan on maybe doing one, turning your songs into a video?
I'd
It's
like
a goal,
to.
yes.
Yeah. I have an album that we spent a lot of money to make, and I'm trying to recover right now from that. And I'm going to be going to Nashville here in the middle of August, and
Okay.
I'm going to take my family with me. And I got interviews with record labels
Sweet.
and
Yes.
a lot of radio stations
FM,
online.
Yeah, FM radio stations too.
I guess they want me to
believe.
perform.
Yeah, they want him to come on and do an interview and play live.
So I'm hoping to get back into the studio and find someone to work with that I can, kind of get that kind of a little cheaper, because I spent $10,000 on my first recording.
Well, yeah, obviously. Well, sure, that's exactly, and it sounds to me like it's worthwhile. It's paid off in huge dividends.
It has.
Yeah, it has. Thanks to my father, because I didn't have the 10 grand.
All right, but don't worry. When you believe me, it'll both in beautiful artwork and what music is, and also in whatever monetary values that's going to come from this. It'll be fine either way. You can't take money with you, but you can take the love of life with you and how you express it.
That's
right.
And on that note, we're under 5 minutes. I hope you enjoyed talking to me, both of you.
Loved
I
it.
did. I
You
did.
are
You're really
fun.
easy to talk to.
Yeah, you're fun.
It's hard to
And we
believe.
will
It's hard to
try
believe
to-
I have autism and I'm not really, and I'm really an isolated person. But when I do my show, I sweep it under the rug a couple of days a week. But that's true about me.
We have a son who's autistic.
Our son's autistic.
Oh, he is? Okay. Well, just to show, well, then whatever, he can do a lot of things when he gets older, and even
That's
before
what I
that.
told him.
Yes.
I tell him that because he's got good role models like yourself. You're out there doing it.
Right,
And
right. I don't know if you'd
possible.
want me as his role model, but but it's certainly he could do worse, I suppose.
I mean, you're obviously pretty smart, sir.
Well, thanks. I'd argue if I could. All right, listen. So what I want you to
honest.
do is to give shouts out to a few people that are going to see the show, because that's what we always do. I always ask my guests to do that. Just condense them, and then we'll wrap the show up with my snap, and then we'll talk. I just want to find out too if there's just you give the shouts out, and I'll explain what we do next. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Family members, your father, your son.
Well, yeah. Well, my family's been really supportive. I appreciate all that this lady's done for me.
course.
She's been a blessing
Yes.
because we're learning together.
We are.
I appreciate my dad. He took that chance, and my dad's always worked hard for his money, and he
He took a gamble on
he
us.
took a gamble and paid for my first album. Our son, I'm blessed to have him. He's
the best thing that's ever happened to us.
he's definitely my little prodigy.
There you go. Okay.
And
All right,
he's
well-
really excited.
That's awesome. Okay, well, if there's any, the last thing I want to ask you is, the next thing I want to ask, is there anything coming up on the horizon that you want to mention that you might have overlooked? If not, that's fine, but I just want to make sure we cover everything.
Bob McGill.
I am going to the studio and record a song in Nashville
Okay,
that Caden and Bob McGillipin put together,
okay,
and we're going to be recording that in the middle of August.
oh
Now,
yeah, okay.
Bob is he wrote a hit song back in the 70s, a disco song.
Oh, okay, I love disco. I know a lot of people say it sucks, but I always love disco. It's a
And
great,
he has his own studio in Nashville now. He did very well for himself.
that's great. If he wrote it in the 70s, he must be about my age, because I'm thinking, or even older.
Yeah, he's really just like yourself. He's easy to talk to.
Okay,
Heck of a nice guy. I've met a lot of really good people playing
Because of
music
Caden.
because of Caden. Yeah.
well, maybe
yeah.
we can get him on the show too.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well, please pass the word along and we'll get him on. You have my digits, have him text me and we'll definitely get him on. All right, I have one last favor to ask. We're going to wrap the show up in a minute. Will you stick around and my tech guy will take pics for Facebook, and are you guys on Facebook?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're not friends yet, but we'll become friends on Facebook and I'll tag you in the post, okay? Is that okay?
I appreciate that.
All right, awesome. Okay, folks, we're wrapping up another great episode of Topic Time. See you next time. Snapping off and rolling out.